Good afternoon, fans of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout, The Descendants of Vaults 42, 43, and 55, the only graphic novel about the Fallout universe available on Amazon.com, OutskirtsPress.com, Barnes & Nobles, and Goodreads.com today. Okay, in this little short, what we're doing is having fun being a slaver. And what I mean by that is during Fallout 3, you have the ability to enslave certain people for the slavers at Paradise Falls, as well as most of the jerks that jump out, at you in the wasteland, mostly raiders, a few cannibals, the Enclave, it goes on, a Talon Company. There are a bunch of people here that you can enslave. And personally, I only enslave the ones who are trying to eat me, kill me, or rape me. It doesn't really have to be in that order. So what we're going to do now is, as usual, we're going to give you complimentary music and stand-up comedy. Because in Fallout, The Descendants of Vaults 42, 43, and 55, the only graphic novel about the Fallout universe, music and stand-up comedy didn't die. There are too many scavengers out there who would have found files, music files, CDs, whatever they're using. And just because it didn't stop in 1950. That was just a bad job of the programmers. I mean, they give you a beautiful game, but the only thing that they did not go was the route of Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row by giving us a soundtrack. So I'm providing it for you. This is what I listen to when I'm in the wasteland. Enjoy.
Nationalism does nothing but teach you how to hate people that you never met, and all of a sudden you take pride in accomplishments you had no part in whatsoever, and you brag about, and the Americans would go, fuck the French. Fuck the French. If we hadn't saved their ass in 2 world wars, they'd be speaking German right now. You go, oh, was that us? That was us? Was that me and you, Tommy? We saved the French? Jesus. I know I blacked out a little bit after that 4th shot of Jägermeister last night, but I don't remember. I know we went through the Wendy's drive-thru. We were gonna get one of them fresh cheddar sandwiches. It looked so alluring on the commercial, but then we ordered it and realized we had no money, and we had to ditch out before the second window. And those douchebags in line behind us with the bass music probably got our order, and we laughed about that. But I don't remember saving the French. I went through the last 10 calls on my cell phone, and there's nothing incoming or outgoing to the French looking for muscle on a project. I checked my pants, there's no mud stains on the knees from where we were garroting krauts in the trenches at Verdun. I think we didn't do anything but watch sports bloopers while we got hammered. I think we should shut the fuck up. All that stuff, tradition and heritage, it's dead people's baggage. Quit carrying it. Did you make it up? No. It's passed on to me. Pass it back. Every immigration argument that you hear, they never come from well, how does it affect you personally? Well, these immigrants, they come to our country, they burden our tax system. What they do is they come here and they get into our education system and our health care, and I'm gonna pay the taxes. My taxes have to pay that. Well, what the fuck are you doing to me? Every time you have a kid, because it's American, I should pull up a chaise lounge and wave a flag while 15 of those things come out of you? I can't wait to pay for these, they're American. I have a vasectomy and an abortion on my record, but I can't wait for all your fucking fat-headed Midwestern kids to come out of here. What are you, Catholic? Come on, keep moving and multiply. Love it. I'll get a second job. No, keep. Well, these immigrants, they don't speak the language. Then don't talk to them. Well, I solved your problem. That was quick. You know who speaks the language perfectly? Your next door neighbor. You've lived there 8.5 years. You've never said one fucking word to that guy. You avert eye contact should you check the mail at the same time. So why would you give a shit what the guy selling gnip-gnops in a cart in the park speaks? It's none of your fucking business. And all the cliched arguments like that, where they're lazy, they're shiftless, and they're criminals, and all this. All those arguments go against the main cliched argument of they're taking American jobs. I live on the Mexican border. I live 7 miles off the Mexican border in a town, Bisbee, Arizona, a little town. I can go out any day and watch Border Patrol arresting these guys by the dozen, 11 at a time, out of a Dodge Omni, like a clown car with plastic cuffs. And you're right, they don't speak the language, and they probably have no education. They don't have fucking shoes half the time. They're like barefoot and tattered castaway, like Gilligan's Island shorts, and like a dirty t-shirt, and they're dehydrated and wander in the desert for 4 days. And if that guy is as qualified for your job as you are, you're a fucking loser of such epic, humiliating proportions. I would be ashamed to have anyone find out that guy took my job. He doesn't speak English. What, did they do your job training in pantomime, shithead? Oh, see it coming. Point, point. I see, point, point. Great. Oh, you're out of here, mullethead. That guy's more qualified. Fucking asshole, you should have tried harder. Nobody bitches about immigrants taking their job if that person has skills of any level. Not here, fucking brain surgeons sitting around the Beverly Hills Hotel lounge. You know what really chaps my ass, Barry? Scandinavian fellas are coming over taking all our good neurosurgery positions. The Norwegians specifically. I say we down ourselves a bottle of Jack Daniels and go stomp us some Ouija ass. The first Ouija we see. Jump out of that Explorer and pound him. Fucking immigrants. All started with that Einstein. Once they brought him over from Germany and we didn't have any good genius jobs, it was a trickle-down effect.
Then you really might know what it's like.
wake up to hear the news, then you really might know what it's like to have to lose. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like to have to lose.
Hello fans of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout PC games, and the only graphic novel about the Fallout universe is Fallout, The Descendants of Vaults 42, 43, and 55, available on Amazon.com, OutskirtsPress.com, Goodreads, and BarnesandNobles.com, and you can even download it to your mobile device. Now, as you can see, enslaving people in the wasteland isn't very hard, but you have to sneak up on them, and you got to get them with that first shot. Now, some of the characters you run into are harder than others, and their head will just explode, which is a weird thing as well. But working for the slavers at Paradise Falls, because I'm working on having evil karma, it's pretty much this weapon is very important. It can turn the tide of battles. It can make enemies turn on themselves, and you just have to stand back and watch. So the first thing I've always explained is when you're playing Fallout 3 is to make a track for Paradise Falls and get this weapon. Welcome to the life of a slaver.
It get hot down here. Hey, people be in the street, they don't be fucking with either. They be just walking just like, how you doing? I don't know how they had no slavery when it be hot down here, because slaves would have quit, say, hey man, fuck you. Yeah. Carry that shit yourself. No, there ain't no slavery today. Kiss my ass. Fuck you. Slaves built all this shit down in here. I carried the shit that built it. Right, I looked at the Mississippi, I said, motherfucker had to walk across that. Get your black ass on there and walk. Carry that tree. Y'all some cold motherfuckers, man. Your ancestors.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
Ladies love diamonds because diamonds are forever. They are forever. But so is a plastic bag. Because my love is eternal. Because my love will never break down. I got you this non-biodegradable grocery sack. Oh, girl, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Look inside. Look inside. Yeah, 3.5 carats. I also know that I'm getting older because I was watching this MILF porn. Yeah, I was watching this MILF porn, and to me, it just looked like regular porn. That's weird, right? MILFs used to look like my friend's mom, but now they kind of just look like my friends. And it only adds the pressure.
Fans of the role-playing game Fallout, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and the only graphic novel about the Fallout universe. That's Fallout, The Descendants of Vaults 42, 43, and 55, available on Amazon.com, OutskirtsPress.com, Barnes & Nobles, and Goodreads.com, and you can download it to your mobile phone. As a fan, I wrote this book for fans who are pretty much tired of waiting for Fallout 4. So many other games have come and gone. But, you know, I salute the mod builders and the people who play Fallout and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on their PCs, and they keep the game fresh. For me, this is one of the best role-playing games that have been, ever produced. The moral implications of how you go about living your life are very important in Fallout 3. And Fallout 3 differs from Fallout New Vegas. If you've been following my blog and the games that I posted, you can see the big difference has to be New Vegas is the sun, the sky. Well, in Fallout 3, it's a little bit more dreary. But that adds to the story. Fallout 3 is a better story. Now, when it comes to good story, the only graphic novel about the Fallout universe is Fallout, The Descendants of Vaults 42, 43, and 55. We have new wastelands to explore. Some of the same enemies, predators, different enemies, and definitely different heroes. In the Fallout universe that I've created as a fan for fans, it's beautiful, and you need to check it out today.